Nothing beats it. It's the best feeling, because you get to see people looking at it and get the reaction.
Really, the whole thing is an adventure. I'm rebelling against something that ain't supposed to be, but that I'm making it be.
Just shows that people out there prepared to like risk life and limb to get their name up.
You got like a secret thing about yourself that the normal public don't know about you.
It was like the missing thing in your life. It was like you just kind of like fitted into it. It was like bread and butter. It's like money to a robber.
You're leaving a little bit of your ego on the wall, like a little bit of your personality.
It's like the whole idea of it. The thing to do with hip hop, to do with like just being young and having a laugh, travelling the city, getting out and about, just being a bit rebellious, just having fun. Once I got into it in '93, that's it. I was hooked, man.
Outside my back bedroom window, the bathroom window, I saw the Pit Hall of Fame, which is quite a famous Hall of Fame in West London, where Futura in like the mid-80s, I think he was one of the people to start this Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? And from there, just looking out my bedroom window, kind of started like getting into hip hop and then seeing the graffiti around my area and kind of just took an interest in it.
Our middle school was right next to a train track, and I saw a train go past one day with graph on it. And it just baffled me, like, what, you know what I mean? Have they just allowed someone to do that, or how have they done it if they weren't allowed to do it?
When I got into graph, I thought, right, no one knows me in this. I wanted everyone to know me, do you know what I mean? I wanted a name. I wanted to be someone else apart from David.
It's something for yourself, really.
London's a big place, yeah, and I just want to be someone. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be someone. I just don't want to be known as this person. I want to be someone, innit?
It's fame, basically. It comes down to fame.
The main thing was it was fun, you know what I mean? It was dangerous at the same time. You get electrocuted, you can run into people, get beat up.
I love the instant gratification of graffiti. I really like the notoriety and the infamy of it.
So it was like a buzz, man. But I mean, behind it, there was always the other idea that at the same time you was like rebellion, you know what I mean? You didn't like police, because it was harassing you when you're young. You didn't like the government. But it was like a way for you to speak out as well.
The first time I actually saw graph ever was when I walked into the pitch and like, I picked up a spray can I found on the ground. It was all colours on the wall, I didn't really see it. I just started spraying on the wall. And these two older boys came in and they were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Sort it out, can't you see what it is? And I was like, what? You know what I mean? I just thought people were just spraying up the wall, and they explained to me what it was and told me the different letters and the different shapes, and like that really kind of made an impact.
Me and my brother one night were watching Top of the Pops, and the Buffalo Girls video came on, and it's probably the corniest way to get into graph of all time, but watching Dondi do that Buffalo piece, we had no idea what was actually happening. You know, we see these big yellow bubbles, and then all of a sudden he's outlining in black paint, and we're thinking that is so fresh, not even understanding really what we're seeing, or the whole idea of actually using a spray can, which we'd probably seen in our dad's garage or something like that, but not even thinking about trying to make something with that.
I became a proper fan. I was a geek. I used to walk around with a notepad no bigger than this, a bit smaller than this, and used to get any writer I'd met. I don't care if they're Sawyer King, can you sign it? Anywhere I was, man. I used to stop people in train stations. You're right. People look at me like, what? I took so many photos. It was unbelievable. I used film after film. I went down to Westway once. I rode from Kilburn down to Hammersmith and took about 7 rolls of film, pure graph, just graph, anything was there, stop, take a photo, tag, stop, take a photo. I just wanted to geek out, I wanted to know everything I needed to know, I wanted to be a king, I wanted to style. So yeah, I needed knowledge.
When you're toying that, the first thing you master is your tag. And then you build up from that, you do your letters and everything.
To be a king of graffiti, to me, you have to be good at fraps, good at tagging. do a few pieces, a bit street bombing, basically an all-rounder, does everything all round, and persistence, despite getting arrested by the police and going to prison and this and that happening, trouble from your family, you just keep at it, keep at it, keep at it.
You want to find the fastest way and the crispest and the most stylish way of writing up your name, so you practice your tag as many times as you can. The throw up is like bubble letters, you know what I mean? And something that you want to throw up against the wall, you know what I mean? And put up there, slightly bigger than the tag, that be noticed more. And then you progress from a throw up to a dub, and it's like a silver and black.
You have to build up. How can you how can you call yourself a master unless you've done the basic stuff first and done it well and mastered it?
You've got something original, yeah, and you keep at it, yeah, that's what makes you shine. Like, if you're gonna go out there copying people, yeah, you ain't gonna be no one.
And then once you've mastered the simple lettering, you want to develop your style and go on some wild style stuff, which is much more complex.
You've got to like doing airy fairy mad fucking details in your pieces, bad colours, be into all your different colours and that. You've got to do everything. And only then can you be a bad man.
Writing is about getting up. Bombing especially is about getting up. You're getting your name up. When you're getting your name up to be seen, you want to be up. You want to be the most up on the line. You want to be the king, whatever. You want to be up.
You have to be a bomber. Like, if you're not a tagger and you don't bomb and you don't do, certain routines and just get your shit down, it's not going to transfer through to your letters.
Sometimes I don't know why I do it at all, and I don't really understand the gratification I get from it. I go through spells of all I want to do is paint trains, and then I go through spells of thinking, this is really bollocks, I've got kids and I've got to burn, I've got a nice life, and if I get caught I'm going to ruin it.
It's that anticipation, you're going out tonight. In the back of your mind all the time, you're doing something, but you've always got this feeling in the back of your head, an unnerviness.
Really, the whole thing is an adventure. Painting a train, actually, that's a small part of the adventure.
I love every single minute of it. Like, from the moment I'm leave the house, I'll walk through the city and be like, I'm heading for this place that I've spotted, blatantly blood's rushing, adrenaline. It's 10 years now and I'm still doing it.
Before it was more of a happy-go, lucky thing. Now, Graff has turned into like a military operation.
Sitting in bushes for hours, cutting fences, climbing over barbed wire, to go and paint some artwork on the side of a train that's just going to get washed off in a matter of hours.
Basically, you just feel like a fox. Sometimes you'll be in bushes looking at trains, and you'll see a fox, but the fox don't understand that you're watching him. It's a good feeling. You know that London's sleeping and everything's quiet. There's a few people out there that,
You're cutting a hole in the fence, or you're looking for a way in, and you're nervous, like you're on edge, you're looking like you're alert. And then when you get in there, it's like proper nervous, but it's like you start to paint, and you're getting that adrenaline rush, proper adrenaline rush.
You do go through a lot of emotions, it's like a scared, and even more scared once you get in there, and then you have to calm yourself down. And then you get out, and then it's the excitement. Just sitting around waiting for it, the anxiety, like if it's going to pull out, what time it's going to pull out.
I want it to take ages. I want an hour, I want 2 hours, I want 3 hours. And I want to do something wicked burnout. I don't care how tired I get. Every single minute I absolutely love.
Constantly checking, so you're painting and checking, and it's like, you're just on edge.
You're paranoid because you're thinking like you're going to get caught. And if you get caught, you could go to jail or get a fine, or you get in trouble. When you're young, maybe you're worrying about where you're getting caught and you have to go home to your mum.
And once you go in and the first line goes on the train, it's almost like the best feeling in the world when you're up to the train and you put the first line of your sketch on it. You just think, yeah, it's like you scarred the train.
it's like fear, but you've got a job to do, and you've got to like push yourself through it. Because you're leaving a little bit of your ego on the wall, like a little bit of your personality.
Sometimes I do think when I go yard and the yard's hot and I'm in the yard, it brings out the best in my graph because I'm under pressure. And I mean, I know at any moment it could be on.
While you're painting, the excitement builds up, and then you're thinking, right, if they don't come now, I'm definitely going to be able to do my outline. And you're doing the outline and you're thinking, they're still not come, I can definitely do my cutbacks, put the cloud on, and then, you know, tidy it all up, put the border on, and you're thinking, they're still not come, tidy it up a bit more, and then everyone's ready, take the photos. It's like the second wave of excitement.
Too much going on and go and paint, and it's like it takes your mind away from the whole of society. It takes your mind, you're focused on what you're doing, and you've got nothing else to worry about except getting nicked or whatever, or except doing a shit piece maybe. Seeing your train running the next day, going on the line, getting on your train with your piece on the train and seeing people's reactions, and like, that's unbelievable, man.
Nothing beats it. Even getting on your own carriage, this piece is the best. Smoking a zoot or whatever. It's the best feeling because you get to see people looking at it and get the reaction.
It's running through the heart of London, like, it's like, for me, like, I love that, man, I love that shit. Not even just my trains, just seeing trains with graph on, it's just a rush full stop. It just shows that people out there prepared to like risk life and limb to get their name up.
Done the whole mission from beginning to the end, got my photo and it's actually running for the public to see. Kind of proud. Feel like, in a way, I feel like a soldier. Like I'm rebelling against something that ain't supposed to be, but that I'm making it be. Even though they try and stop you doing it. They put fences up and they've got security and all this. I've actually gone out my way and actually bypassed all of that just to get my piece of art on the train.
Their personality, it's themselves. If I'm showing someone some of my graph, I'll go, yeah, that's me there, that's me there. I won't say that's my artwork there. Like, it's actually me. To any writer, they talk like that.
It's a form of marking, it's a form of reflecting yourself and your environment.
Keeps you alive, it gives you an energy. Like, you see energy in writers, proper writers, that you don't see in other people, man, you know what I mean? It keeps something in you that makes you remember like what it is to be young. Gives you like an alternative kind of view on society, and it keeps you kind of like open-minded maybe, or I don't know, just something different, man. A lot of writers you see, a lot of them, it keeps their youthful looks maybe as well, I don't know. Something in the virus, man, there's something in the blood, man, you know what I mean? Once you catch it, like, it's, you live in a different thing to everyone else, man.
The main form of communication in the city is the written word. Whether it's newspapers, tagging, adverts, rooftop dubs, tracksides. You know, like where you walk through a city and you'll see a poster or a billboard campaign or something, you know, for some product over and over again. Same with tagging, you know what I mean? You'll see the same tag like all through the day. But it's not advertising a product, it's just a person.
They don't like the idea of people independently going out doing what they want to do in the night time with no respect for their laws or of society.
They say, oh, no one asked for it, it gets shoved in their face. We don't ask for adverts, they get shoved in our face everywhere. So that's bullshit as well. We're not looking for acceptance from a place that goes and kills people in other countries for money, for oil. People that go to war in other countries, everyone knows what I'm talking about, are disgusting animals, and they can never tell us anything because we're only painting a train.
Graph is sociable and all that, and like you're getting a crew and all that, and you've got this crew and this family with you, but at the end of the day you're pushing yourself, right? And that's the main thing. It's about you, right? And I mean, you help your mates to become them. I mean, and the same way they'll do for you. That's what you've got a crew for, is to boost each one of these people.
To me, I think it's the best art form because it's free for the people. You know, it hasn't got any regulations. Or the thing with like canvases and stuff, it's people only see the canvas if they go to an exhibition, or they will only see it if there's a postcard made of it.
You know, I like the fact that you go down a Hall of Fame, you can take a piss on one of my bits of artwork and there's no one going to tell you not to. Like,
the average person won't see proper graffiti. Years ago you'd see full colour pieces on platforms and stuff, and you'd see full colour pieces running on the line, but they buff everything so quickly now that you can only really get photographs of your stuff.
you know that it's got a shelf life. You know that this piece is only going to be there for like a day or a week or 2 weeks or something, and someone else is going to paint over it. I like that whole thing, that whole sort of mentality behind graffiti, that it's like, it's just there. You know, like we're just here for a little bit. Like each one of my pieces is just here for a little bit. Like none of it's going to be here when I'm gone. Like it dies with me. You know what I mean? So my graffiti has a life just like I do.
Once you're a graffiti writer, you know, there's an attitude where you can just link with people all over the world and stuff, you know what I mean? It's not like, you know, so when I went to America, I met this guy Phil for the first time, and I didn't have a place to stay. He was like, yeah, come and stay in my house, because it was that kind of graffiti attitude where you're like, yeah, you've got a relationship already because of your subculture.
I made a lot of friends, man. A lot of friends I would have never met unless it was through graffiti, man. Got links all across Europe, all across the world, man. I can go to different countries, I can call someone, I can go to their house, stay at their house, never even meeting them on before. I can go with them, paint something illegal within an hour of dropping in their country. You know what I mean? I can just chill out with them.
I go away all the time. I go to different countries and do graph. And that's what my thing is, you know, my girl's cool with that, my kids understand what I'm doing. You know, they know I go and paint trains. They don't tell their school friends, you know, they think it's kind of cool. They think that that's an outlaw, you know. I'd rather they didn't know. But if I'm going to go to somewhere like Czechoslovakia and get knocked down by a subway in a train tunnel, I want them to know that it ain't, you know, it's bad, but it weren't a shock. I'm flying the flag for Britain in these countries. I don't care what anyone says, they can hate me, they can do what they want, but when I'm abroad I feel like a commando for Britain in the train yards of other countries, annihilating. I've got a purpose. Like Italy, I'll paint 5, 6, 7 trains in a week. One particular evening I remember we were with this dude called Vans. We climbed over this wall in front of these houses, got to the actual train we were going to paint. We looked over our shoulders, there's all these dudes and all these old women and Italian blokes all sitting on their balconies drinking like espresso and smoking and that. I'm like saying to him, what are we doing? You know what I mean? They can see us. And he goes, yeah, and? He's going, they won't call the police, they don't care. We stood there for like 45 minutes, done like fat pieces, and not one of them even shouted. Go in a fucking yard in London with houses, people sitting outside, they're all going to be shouting, they're going to be calling out old Bill.
I've been chased by helicopters from Swiss Cottage, all through Rowley Way, and dogs and everything coming after me. I've had to climb out of tiny windows to get out of the yard.
In the tunnel we used to have like alcoves up the sides under the pipes. I used to be able to go up behind the pipes. We have to hide in the tunnels. Track workers to come down. At 4 o'clock, shut down. Then basically you've got 2 hours. Walk down the tunnel, in between the trains. That's it, you're there. These times it was hot.
BTP have come running onto the tracks off an alleyway. Jumped onto the tracks, and me and my friend Wasper was like this really skinny bloke, right, and I'm just this fat bloke called Michelin Man.
Started bombing the pillars in the tunnel. I looked and I seen the train coming. Big yellow freight thing here in the tunnel.
He brings me to the outside of the bridge we're on. A 30-40 foot drop down to the rails, and he said, come, we're crossing the bridge.
Sort of beeping his horn, you know, he must run down some next tunnel down like that.
And he just scuttled off. A BTP are there, walked the whole of the outside of this bridge.
We run down the tunnel, see the train, it disappears. I'm like, shit, there's a train coming, but everyone's looking going, what?
Shitting myself. Jumping down, grabbing onto wires, because I couldn't drop the whole lot. Drop, and then grab onto the wires and wait down.
We see a police car come past us like that, we stopped. All like that. Like all us, found nozzles, they found paint, skirts. Look, we know you've been in the tunnels, like, and just get out of here basically.
Every single time, it was blatantly worth it. Just because at the end of the day, my name got there. It's made me a better person. Like, and I'm proud of who I am, I'm proud of what I've done. And like, it's all because of Graff, because before Graff, I was just lost.
It was like a really positive thing, you know what I mean, in an area full of like negative things and different stuff going on. You might have had people that were like selling drugs, you know what I mean, or just getting into trouble, and kids that did nothing with their lives and just bun, you know what I mean. But you always had an escape back to your graffiti. You didn't have to stay trapped with this group of people. So it's quite a personal thing for me, you know what I mean. It was like, it was my kind of, yeah, my special little thing.
Growing up in my estate in Kilburn, I hung around with some absolute nutcases, stupidly coached with stupid people just to think, yeah, I'm a bird man, like, yeah, I'm rough, I can handle this, I can handle that. And I couldn't really. And I was going through these things and I was like, fucking hell, man. Didn't smile for years.
It's a pleasurable thing, man. Like, pleasure, it's about being happy. I think it's a happiness thing, a release thing, a relief from stress thing, a relief from living in a big city like this, man. The city's mad. If you can do something that takes your mind away from living in a city, if it's a good thing, if it's not harming nobody, then it's a good thing.
Graffiti brought me to art school. I wasn't into art before I started doing graffiti, so I did GCSE art, and then did A-level art, and then did foundation, you know what I mean? But graffiti is the thing that, has got me into work with young people, so it really has made my life. So when people say vandalism is this, is that, they're talking shit.
I got into Graff, started doing it, and everything was positive, no matter what. Yeah, if I wanted to go and paint that yard, I could climb in the yard and paint it, paint the train, climb out and go home. And if I can do that, there's a lot more I can do, do you know what I mean? No matter it be Graff, looking after my son, like finding a girlfriend, you know what I mean? Earning money. If it just basically shows you can do whatever you want. Climbing on the outside of that bridge, it's just like, yeah, I was climbing the outside of the bridge, fucking stupid thing to do, like, and I don't advise it to anyone, but it's just another thing. Well, hang on, I climbed the outside of that bridge, that means I can maybe go and do this.
Yeah, Graff makes you think outside the box, man. It gives you like a different perspective on life. It makes you think, you know what, if I really want to do that, I can do that, man. You know what I mean? If someone tells you you can't do this or it's not possible, that's not necessarily true, man. But you need an incentive in your life or something to show you that not everything is as it, like they say, not everything is as it seems, man.
Graffiti is like, it's a confidence line, you know what I mean? It's a path you take, like, to get confidence. For me, that's what it's done, like, and it showed me that things are possible. Like, I mean, I don't know how much of it. If I lived in London for the time I did up to 2000 and wasn't a grapher, then moved to Brighton and then find out I'm going to be a dad. Like, I don't think there would have been nothing there for me to handle it with. Do you know what I mean? It would have been just like, well, I've been at my mum's all this time. I don't really know anything, like, I'm a bit lost. But because I was a grapher for that time, like, and I was doing well, I think, it gave me this confidence, like, oh yeah, I've got a kid. I mean, well, I've done this, you know what I mean, I've done that. I must be able to do this. And that's what I think it is, that's how I see it, and that's how I'll push it to other people for that. If I see a lost person, I'm going to tell them, fucking graph.
Have you ever spent time in a train yard? The fence cut, blood pumping through your veins fast, creating art that won't last. My face shrouded by a mask as I smell that paint blast. The silently named for weak cars is for cats who use markers to leave tags deep in these cars. I check streets for the beast in police cars. To catch me while you sleep under these stars. A hot step on sleepers to avoid rocks to make noise so I don't alert chief guards. Sneaking through the vines and creepers. Just hands from the brick walls flowers and paint on my sneakers. My bag rattles like a sack of snakes. Feeling bait, the sun rising, the sky makes you up the pace. They got a flick of your face, a catch chase, and the cops will lock you up till the end of your case. You switch names and back down lines again. My pen's 19 mil plus one for the band of men. They can't see half.